Well, hello everybody and welcome to our last digital online assembly for this academic year. And first of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Johan, who's been behind the camera. Maybe he can quickly nip in and be in front of the camera because he has put everything together and we've enjoyed it, and I hope you have managed to stay connected to the school, so thank you very much. Well, it's been a very busy few weeks with our online testing, and I hope you've survived it all and managed to get acquainted with the system. Just to explain how we organised it was that all the on-campus staff have been the invigilators, including Mr. Benny and some of the admin members of staff. And actually it's meant that as a group and as a community we've been able to troubleshoot problems and also share the experiences. And actually, although it's been intense, we have had a lot of fun. And what we've done is we've put together a video of some of the highlights from the examination period.
All right, students, your exam is about to begin. This is the Math HL paper and it's handwritten, as you all know. Get your sheets of paper and let's get started. All right, everyone, the exam is about to begin. All the best, do well. All right, everyone, you can start your exam.
Ma'am, do not start the exam, ma'am.
Naveen, we can't stop the exam just because you have an emergency. Is the dog?
I haven't fed the dog. I forgot to feed the dog, ma'am.
No, Naveen, couldn't you have taken care of this earlier?
Ma'am, if my dog is sad, I am sad, and my exam paper will look really sad, ma'am.
No. I don't think this is something I can allow. You have to start the exam now. Your dog, I'm sure you can ignore all of this for 1 hour.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, sorry.
What's going on? Ruby, you'll have to ask the person behind you to leave. They can't keep coming into the screen like this. Ruby, this is an exam situation. You're under exam conditions. Okay, Sherwin, can you readjust yourself? You're not clear. I can't see what you're writing. I can't see your face. Okay, no, that's not really helpful. Look, Sherwin, you'll have to move the camera. Well, of course, now I can't see anything clearly. I could have at least seen the ear properly from the previous shot. Can you help me by just... Naveen, why are you chewing your shirt? Have you just not eaten anything?
I'm focusing.
Please, drop the shirt, please. Your focus can come in other ways also. You don't have to chew a shirt for that.
Okay, ma'am.
Sherwin, is the answer to question number 3 24?
Bimal, you can't ask
25
questions. What's happening? This is an exam.
Sorry. 25, right? Thank you.
Bimal, Sherwin, please don't answer these questions also.
Sorry.
Are you focusing on the exam, Ruby?
Sorry, my cat's just come on the table. Sorry.
Your cat?
Do you want to say hi?
No, Ruby, this is an exam. You can't bring a cute cat into the picture.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Okay.
Don't get distracted. Make sure you're still paying attention to the exam. Okay, don't get distracted. No. Continue writing. No, don't look at the cat. No, don't pet the cat. Sherwin, you're on camera. Sherwin, stop digging your nose. You're on camera. Sherwin. Yes, okay, just continue with your exam. Just finish it. All right, everyone, 5 more minutes for the end of the exam.
Miss, I finished. Can I scan?
I already
Can we
scanned.
scan and
Can I scan?
No, please stop scanning. Stop. No, 5 minutes left.
scan?
5 minutes. Ruby, stop. No, don't pull out tablets. Don't pull out your phones.
5 minutes left.
All right, everyone, the exam is over. You can start scanning your papers. What? Purnami, you can't answer calls in the middle of the exam. Can you please put down your phone? Everyone stop. No, 1 minute. Everyone stop scanning right now. You're supposed to only scan, not. No. Put down that phone right now. This is going in my record.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay, everyone, you can scan. Scanning. The scanning needs to happen. Naveen, you should not. What are you doing?
I was just seeing whether my hairstyle is fine.
No, none of that is required now. Have you finished scanning or not? Please put your phone down. This is not the time to check how you're looking and all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, I can see that you have all submitted your exams. Well done. Thanks for a perfectly orderly examination as usual. Bye. Take care.
That's it.
Miss, 11 minutes.
If I listen to your lies, would you say, how will man
Well, I've taken the inspiration for today's final assembly from a range of books that I know are on my son's bookcase back in the UK, and I hope that my messages will help guide you through the summer break, and most of all, give you hope for August, whether we meet in person or continue to engage online. The first book is very much loved, and the key question that the book asks is, where's Wally? For those of you who do not know the books by Martin Handford, you have to spot in the picture the Wally character who is dressed in a red and white striped sweater. Growing up, it kept my son busy and quiet for hours. If you do not want to know where Wally is, look away now. Wally is always hard to spot because he is hidden by a large crowd. And the question I ask today is it possible to feel lonely in such a crowd? If Wally were a real person, could he experience loneliness? I think during this extraordinary time, we have all felt a sense of detachment, disconnect, and indeed loneliness, even though there are people around us. Online, it is possible to feel that we have no friends, that no one understands us at a deep level, even when we're surrounded by others. It is entirely possible to feel lonely in a crowd. Loneliness can still affect people who are surrounded by others and well connected socially. I think this is because loneliness is about the quality rather than the quantity of relationships that we have. Someone might have a lot of friends, but still find that his or her need for a deep connection with other people is not met. Some people might feel that they're not really understood or known at a deep level by another human. Harvard University concludes that our modern digital life is making us lonelier. Changes in modern society are considered to be the cause of this. We live in nuclear family units, often living large distances away from our extended family and friends. Our growing reliance on social technology rather than face-to-face interaction is also thought to be making us feel more isolated. The Harvard study found that people who logged onto social media accounts for more than 2 hours a day were twice as likely to experience social isolation as those who spent less than half an hour. It means that we feel less connected to others at a deep level, and our relationships are becoming more superficial and less rewarding. One of the most inspirational people I've met was Mother Teresa in Calcutta in the 1980s. She said that loneliness is often considered a form of poverty. Mother Teresa said the most terrible poverty is loneliness and the feeling of being unloved. Of course, the COVID-19 pandemic has caused massive changes for us and has forced us all online. And for some of us, this has increased the sense of disconnectedness. So I urge you, as your online lessons, examinations, and daily digital connection with the school comes to an end for this academic year, I think over the summer break, your priority must be to foster good quality relationships between yourselves, your friends, and your family. Your coordinators are going to send you some summer activities to do, so you can maybe link with your TISB classmates and do them together. Do something meaningful together. Continue to reach out to friends and family. Spend time participating in hobbies and sports. Volunteer in a school project or a project in your local community. And if you're lucky enough, spend time with your pets. And of course, we are here if you need us. Remember, making meaningful connection with another person or an animal certainly will make you feel better. To end on a more positive note, I'm going to refer to another book that has certainly made me laugh out aloud. I wonder if you've ever noticed how we humans are predominantly depicted in sci-fi films or TV series. Well, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is a comedy sci-fi series written by Douglas Adams. The story centres around an Earthman, Arthur Dent, who is one of a handful of survivors who remain when the planet is demolished to make way for a hyperspace bypass. In the story, Earth, which is the centre of our world, is described as an utterly insignificant blue-green planet orbiting a small, unregarded sun at the unfashionable end of the western spiral arm of the galaxy. Indeed, the entry for Earth in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in the book is simply stated as mostly harmless. In most sci-fi films, humans are portrayed as the weaker, less significant race inhabiting our universe. Carl Sagan was an American astronomer, astrophysicist, and astrobiologist who worked for NASA. He wrote a book called Pale Blue Dot, inspired by a photograph taken by the space probe Voyager 1, at Sagan's suggestion in 1990. When the photograph was taken, Voyager 1 was about 16 billion kilometers away from the Earth. The pale blue dot of our planet is almost impossible to see. In his book, Sagan likened the Earth to Wall-E by saying our planet is a lonely speck in the great enveloping cosmic dark. In our obscurity, in all its vastness, there is no hint that help will come from elsewhere to save us from ourselves. I think that there is perhaps no better demonstration of the folly of human vanity than this distant image of our tiny world. It reminds us how small we are in comparison to the vastness of the universe. It emphasizes our responsibility to deal more kindly and compassionately with one another, and to preserve and cherish the pale blue dot, and above all, to have hope for our future. I would now like you to watch a video. I find that video fascinating, and my reflections upon it, and it is my view, is that it helps to remind us of how amazing life and the earth is. It helps me to put everything into perspective, to appreciate what we have and how amazing it is that we are here together, connected, and carving out our own part in history. So my main message is appreciate your summer break, keep positive, keep in touch, and above all, have hope. And an on-campus member of staff sent a quote from Rumi that said, "Live life as if everything is rigged in your favour. The wound is the place where the light gets in." Thank you. As we draw to a close, I'd like to offer my thanks to a number of people. First of all, the teachers who have had great challenges because of the pandemic. Overnight, they've transformed their face-to-face teaching to an online platform. They've opened their homes and private spaces for public viewing. And also, they've had the challenge of possibly parents watching and joining in the class. My appreciation and respect for these relentless and constantly smiling fighters cannot be expressed in words. I want to salute you all for taking on these challenges, for for demonstrating the TISB motto of life is for learning, and for putting the students' learning even more at the forefront of all we do. Secondly, I'd like to thank you, the students, for engaging and embracing the change so easily and so positively. Following us on Instagram and on all our platforms has been very reassuring to know that you're still with us and still part of the TISB community, so thank you. And finally, to the parents, I've been at times quite jealous that you've had your children at home with you, but also I know that it probably has been at times quite challenging. So thank you for your vital part in this journey with us, and I hope that we can continue to support you as well. I'd now like to introduce Dr. Bindu, who throughout this period has been very much connected with TISB, and she'd now like to offer you some words.
Dear students, a very warm welcome to the end of year assembly. It has been an extraordinary and unusual 3 months in your life as a student. And despite everything unprecedented, you have successfully completed your end of year exams and are ready to move into the next grade. So heartiest congratulations to each one of you. When we can't change the circumstances, we go with the flow and continue to smile. Our doggy friends are completely bewildered because the humans are wearing muzzles. Your holidays are here, and since we are in the midst of a pandemic, my plea to all you students is to stay home and stay safe. And staying home can become frustrating. So I share with you a story of a little T-Rex all you Jurassic Park fans are sure to love. This little kitten had both his forelegs amputated when he was very little. He was not disheartened by his double disability. Instead, he's super active, feisty, playful, happy, super fast, and makes everyone around him happy. Aren't you smiling just having watched him? During the holidays, if you find yourself moping, complaining, grumbling, or worrying, draw inspiration from the feisty little T-Rex. The circumstances are not likely to change soon, and some turbulence is expected, so it's time to learn to manage our response to it and manage our emotions too. Let's keep ourselves cheerful and spread some good cheer around us too. Since we aren't supposed to be going out, it's the right time to build and grow skills at home. Learn origami, design a quiz, solve the Rubik's Cube, cook at least one dish each week for the family, read a book a week, exercise every day, make your personal dictionary, start a vertical garden or a vegetable garden. Sure, catch up on the movies and the serials that you've been wanting to see, but do the fun stuff, but widen your skill set as well. Our teachers have nurtured and cherished you every step of the way through your journey as a student. They have all gallantly risen to the occasion despite all the challenges and continued your learning journey by teaching you online. Compliments and congratulations to all TISB teachers, our deputy principals, our coordinators, the entire college counseling department, and our principal, Dr. Caroline Pascoe. Within a couple of months, you will transition into the next grade, and I wish each one of you all the very best for the next phase of your school life. Have a lovely break, and I wish we all meet in person in our auditorium as soon as school opens. We hope and wish for the best. Good luck to each one of you.
Hello everyone. What an extraordinary academic year it has been. The coronavirus pandemic has posed numerous challenges and obstacles throughout this term. However, as a student body, I believe we have adapted remarkably well and grown as individuals in the process. During this time, I've witnessed numerous instances of kindness and teamwork, which not only bolsters my confidence in our school, but also emphasize the idea that we will always find a way to collaborate and progress no matter what. Personally, I believe that this lockdown has given us time to self reflect and even allowed us to find ways to create opportunities in adversity. I have had time to brainstorm and come up with my own ideas, which will help me contribute to society in my own little way. Lastly, I would like to express my immense gratitude to the teachers and the school senior leadership team who have worked tirelessly to establish the new and engaging platform of online learning. I am sure that we will return to a different atmosphere in the following academic year, which will perhaps even become the new normal. However, I encourage everyone to embrace these changes and make the most of what they have to offer.
Hey, the school year has already come to an end. And weirdly enough, it doesn't seem like it's been much time since we first saw COVID on the news and thought it was just something in another part of the world. Even so, each day seems so long, or maybe it's just me. Over these past few months, a lot has changed, turning our expectations for reality and normality completely upside down. And sometimes we can't help but wish that all this chaos and confusion, as we may perceive it to be, would just disappear and everything could go back to normal. But now I think that shouldn't be the mindset with which we end this school year and start the next. What if we take 2020, even as a year with climate change and pandemic and uprisings, as a chance to start afresh, a new beginning? This is a time that makes us understand what truly matters to us and what needs to be done for the future. So keep your eyes on the horizon with an open, positive mindset. What I'm trying to say is that we don't necessarily have to view an end with finality. Instead, think of it as a brink to a new step. We are all going one grade higher. Some of you entering primary school, middle school, or high school. Some of us starting our last year of school. There will be uncertainty and apprehension, but remember that all of this promises new opportunities and endeavors. So there are things to look forward to, and I hope you don't lose sight of that. Situations may not be what we are used to, but look at what it can offer you. Take some time to reflect on yourself. Take time to reach out to others and strengthen bonds with friends and family. Take time to connect with community. I know the TISB community is strong and supportive, and dynamic, adapting to all of these challenges with resilience. And that warrants a big thank you to all our teachers and all the staff at TISB for building this wonderful community and supporting it. And a thank you to you guys, the students, for making TISB what it is. Take care of yourselves and others, and have a great summer.
Well, this is all for this assembly, and I've hoped you enjoyed it. And best wishes for the summer break. Stay connected, and look forward to seeing you in August.